2013 saw the release of James Wan's The Conjuring, which chronicles the real-life paranormal investigations of Ed and Lorraine Warren's case file on the Perrin family haunting in Harrisville, Rhode Island. The Perrin family moved into a 14-room farmhouse in 1971, where they began to notice strange things happening almost immediately after. It started small, like objects going missing and turning up elsewhere in the home, or scraping noises coming from another room. But over time, the activity intensified, which led to the Warrens becoming involved. They visited the home multiple times over 10 years, making little headway, and their years of investigating came to an end when Patriarch Roger Perrin ordered them to get the hell out of the house after a dramatic seance caused his wife, Carolyn, to begin speaking a strange language as she levitated out of her chair. Years later, Lorraine had told one of their daughters that they were in over their head during that investigation and apologized for any of the harm that they caused the family. The Perrins eventually moved away and the haunting stopped. That is until filming began for The Conjuring, which seemed to stir the negative energies once again. But this time it was not only at the farmhouse, it was also with the cast and crew of the film. From things moving on set to physical marks left on people's bodies. Here are 5 haunted happenings that occurred during the filming of The Conjuring that you may never have,
or probably,
heard of.
Number 5. Although the real-life Perrin family moved from the home after a 10-year ordeal of dealing with ghosts that they felt only escalated when the Warrens arrived, some of the children remained drawn to the farmhouse and to the story. Or is that the case? As filming was taking place for The Conjuring, Warner Brothers invited the children of the Perrin family to visit the set in Wilmington, North Carolina. During the shoot on the day that they were there, Cindy Perrin ran into the arms of Patrick Wilson after seeing the actress dressed up like a witch. Afterwards, Cindy's sister warned Chad and Carrie Hayes that something bad was going to happen, which it did. The real-life Carolyn Perrin, who did not accompany them on the set, fell at home and broke her hip, forcing the family to leave. Is this a strange coincidence or something more? Number 4.
Vera Farmiga began her career on stage in the original Broadway production of Taking Sides in 1996. She made her television debut a year later on the series Roar, and then her film debut in a drama thriller Return to Paradise in 1998. Her horror contributions are limited to The Orphan, Joshua, and in several of the films in the Conjuring universe. Now, as many of you may know, Farmiga portrays Lorraine Warren, a ghost hunter who was a psychic medium and partnered with her husband, Ed, who was a demonologist. For the role, Farmiga spent a lot of time researching the Warrens prior to taking the role, but that came at a cost as it may have led to an entity or entities attaching themselves to her. After a conversation with James Wan where she advised that she was accepting the role, she opened up her laptop to discover that there were claw marks running down her screen. These claw marks would appear again after she wrapped filming for the movie and returned home. Only this time they appeared on her leg. Farmiga continues to experience a wide range of paranormal experiences to this day that she often jokes about.
Every time I pull out a sheet of toilet paper, these 5 little claw marks fall to the floor. I am serious. Do you want me to bring the computer to show you? Patrick, I am serious. I'm not sick. It could be someone might have knifed my toilet paper. Who knows? But little things all the time happen. I'm like, that's interesting. Patrick, don't roll your eyes at me. Do you want me to bring you to the bathroom and show you?
I don't need to go to your bathroom ever.
Yeah.
That's the best ever.
Thanks, Lucy.
Number 3. Each night during the filming, Vera Farmiga would wake up during the witching hour between 3 and 4 a.m. The witching hour, also called devil's hour, is the time of night when the powers of witches and other supernatural beings are believed to be at their strongest. It is believed that during this hour, the boundaries between the living and the dead become blurred, and people become more sensitive to the spirits of the dead.
Unfortunately, that is usually always right on when there's a serious haunting.
Farmiga wasn't the only person, a part of the cast or crew, to experience this. In fact, Shanley Caswell, who played Andrea Perrin, revealed that her and several members from the cast and crew would wake up between 3 and 4 a.m., chalking it up to their filming schedule, Caswell said. It was creepy enough that Haley McFarland, who played the part of Nancy Perrin, and I ended up sleeping in the same room the last couple of nights of filming because we couldn't sleep.
It was more annoying than it was creepy for me because I just wanted to sleep and I couldn't fall back until like 4 a.m. I think like towards the end of filming, I woke up in the middle of the night and was like, whatever you are in this room, if there's anything, like, can you just please leave? Because I've got to call in 2 hours and I don't have time for this.
Number 2.
Joey King has been acting since she was 4 years old, first appearing in a commercial for Life cereal. She soon landed several roles on TV and in movies before making her horror debut as Brianna Bates in Quarantine, the little girl who was the first person infected by the rabies-like virus that caused her to attack her mother. After a few weeks of filming, while shooting the scenes where Lily Taylor's character, Carolyn Perrin, begins to become inflicted with bruises, Joey King, who played Christine Perrin, began having a similar experience.
The spirit latches onto her in the film, and she gets bruises everywhere. Well, at the same time we were filming those scenes, I started getting bruises all over my stomach, my legs, my arms. It was awful and weird, too.
Patrick Wilson, who played Ed Warren, stated in an interview about the strange occurrences that the cast had dealt with that the bruises had just appeared out of nowhere. King had not done any stunts, nor was there an accident on set where she accidentally was hit that would have caused the bruising. The makeup crew believed that King had stolen their bruise makeup prosthetics and tried removing them with rubbing alcohol. She was taken to the hospital for evaluation where the doctors believed that the bruising were early signs of leukemia.
I believe in all this stuff, and I'm not a skeptic at all, and I'm always scared of that aspect of something could happen. I mean, could this open doors for things to happen to me and my family?
Number 1. Joey King was a healthy preteen prior to joining the cast of The Conjuring at the age of 12 in 2013. Doctors were baffled by the bruises and began a series of blood tests where they discovered that she developed a blood disorder, ITP, that required daily hospital checkups. ITP is a rare autoimmune disorder that causes a person to have low platelet levels. Platelets are cell fragments that are found in the blood and normally help the blood to clot and could lead to hemorrhaging, especially the rare complication of bleeding into the brain that may prove fatal. Joey King was high risk, and it appeared that she was potentially going to need a blood transfusion. The disorder became so serious that every day before and after shoots, she would go to the hospital to have her blood drawn so that they could monitor her health. Once The Conjuring wrapped filming, as mysteriously as the blood disorder began, it went away.
Are you kidding me? I was just like, you know what, this is it for me. Like, I've had a good run. I'm 12 years old. I'm just gonna, get killed by a ghost now. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That is such a weird story, and no one has an explanation for it.
I feel so freaked out by it. It's like so scary. The other day, I looked up a photo of the witch from the movie because that's the real name of the woman, and I felt so scared typing her name into my web browser. I was like, she's watching me. She's gonna kill me.
By the way, who's that person behind you?
Oh my God.
Now, I don't know where everybody stands on paranormal happenings, if you believe, if you don't believe. To quote a channel that we watch, are you a Bugara or a Shaniac? I am the type of person where I believe, But I'm more on the Shane side, where if we're doing anything related to the ghost stuff, I'm the one that's out there saying, yeah, show me, push this, do this, read something. I need to see that hard evidence.
Well, but he's doing it because he doesn't believe.
Yes.
So
I believe, but I need some things to happen.
I think you just want things to happen.
Yeah, maybe a little of that too. But when it comes to the Warrens, we talked about this in a previous video. Lorraine Warren was connected to that TV show, The Paranormal State, where that was disproven as a hoax. And, her being connected to that, and then a lot of the controversies that happened over time with some of her cases too, like the Amityville Horror House, makes you wonder, right? Mm-hmm. Were they scam artists? Were they really connected? Were they a little bit of both?
It was probably a little bit of both. Unfortunately, with them both being deceased now, you will never know. I know their daughter doesn't talk much about it. I mean, she still has their house, which has all the haunted stuff still in that room. But it's not something that she publicly really speaks about. And I want to say that it was probably a little bit of both. I think they genuinely went in trying to help people, and I think sometimes they may have just got pulled into the hype or the fakeness of some of it.
That's what I kind of think was happening with The Conjuring. Some strange coincidences happened at the same time as they were filming, mm-hmm. and then it stirred some energy and just maybe spooked some people out, and it just kind of oh my god, this happened and that mm-hmm. happened. Then all of a sudden it just kind of spread, where everybody was starting to feel a little bit inflicted from it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a lot of crazy stuff. Not as crazy as things that happened on the set of Poltergeist mm-hmm. and The Exorcist and The Omen. I think this year, and you let us know what you think in the comments, I think a lot of this stuff was really good promotional publication.
Yeah, and I think that you wouldn't want the craziness that happened on those other films, because there was actual people dying and having their heads chopped off, and that I don't think you really want that to happen. I think I'd much rather get a bruise, or hear something in the other room, or just get woken up between 3 and 4 a.m. I would much rather that. Yeah,
special effects artist for The Omen did that scene where the guy gets his head cut off, and not shortly after he lost his own head. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. So let us know what you think. Is this really spooky and creepy? Did you think that it really happened, or you think that maybe, hey, look, let's kind of tell these stories out there, let's get them out there, and just say, hey, we filmed The Conjuring, and this is all the bad things that kind of happened. Mm-hmm. Anyway, don't forget to
like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yes, thank you for watching. We appreciate your support. We appreciate everybody that watches and does drop the likes and the comments in there. It's always great to have a discussion on there. If you have any ideas or any things that you want to see for upcoming Pop 5s, just let us know by dropping it in the comments. So, until the next, see ya.